Roddy Piper, maybe. I watched a lot of my matches back, and you know, like I take credit for all my matches. Like almost every, like Steve Austin, WrestleMania 13. That's 95% Bret Hart, 5% Steve Austin. Iron Man match, Shawn Michaels. That's 90% Bret Hart, 10% Shawn Michaels. Mostly me sitting down with Shawn Michaels and Steve Austin, both me sitting down and saying, this is what we're gonna do. And then mostly nodding at me going, okay, all right, then what am I doing? And I just lay out the whole match to these guys most of the time. But with Roddy Piper, I remember I found out I was wrestling Roddy. I was kind of like, well, me and Roddy are friends, right? Like, well, I hope, you know, I wasn't really sure because he was off. Couldn't connect with him. I'd see him at TV tapings. He was only kind of coming down for the TV shows, and he wasn't on the road or anything. So I saw him, and it was all very sudden. Like I lost the belt to the Mountie and did that whole angle, and then when Roddy got it, I was kind of like, almost kind of felt like I got swerved. Like, oh, this is all set up. They promised me the belt, and now they put it on Roddy. And I'm like, but, and Roddy told me, like, you know, he's dropping the belt back to me. But, I don't know if Roddy was just playing with me in those days, because we were pretty good buddies. And, but he kept joking that, you know, that we might have to shoot for it out there. And I'm like, I'm always like, I know you're joking, but I don't know if you're joking. Like you're the one saying it, you know. And it was kind of like a bit of a joke, but I was like, he said stuff to me sometimes, like where he'd kind of promo on me, and he would look at me like he was ribbing me that he was getting really serious about this match, and I started to get kind of like, maybe he is getting kind of, I don't know, like maybe it's gonna be more of a struggle than I thought. Like, but anyway, my point is that you kind of plan like, okay, I don't know what we're gonna do, but we'll figure it out. And then I kind of mapped out what I thought how the match should go in my head. And at that time, I was super respectful of Roddy. Like Roddy was one of the biggest legends in the business at the time, and it was like, I just hope, you know, I can have a good match with him, and you know, we really, you know, hit it out of the park and all that. But I didn't really know. Roddy kept kind of playing with my head a little bit, where it's like, you know, we might have to shoot out there, and you know, you better get ready because I'm coming, or you know, like it was always kind of like, I always was smiling, kind of like, are you ribbing me, or are we gonna? Because me and Roddy, there was a couple of times, more than once, at least a couple of times with Roddy where we would be in a hotel room after drinking beer, and all of a sudden he would just tackle me in the room. And he would start wrestling me, like amateur wrestling or whatever. We would wrestle for about 45 minutes, tipping over the beds, knocking things over, until I remember one time got so heavy in the fighting and rolling around and knocking couches over and stuff that the security came in, and we were still wrestling on the rug, and somebody from the hotel, the bellman was there, and I remember he finally Roddy agreed for me that we would stop wrestling and fighting if he would go down and get us each one more beer. So he went down and brought us back one more beer each. And I remember when he brought the beer back, we were still wrestling on the floor when he came back in. And when he stopped and brought the beer, I couldn't believe that he actually brought beer to like, please stop fighting. As soon as he brought the beer, I shot through the door. And then I had to go through the whole thing again with my first wife, because she was waiting for me. I think I left to go get something from Roddy or